So this is a forum that's called The Lessons of the Chicago Teachers Union Strike. You know, there's still 3 seats up here. And this is likely to go on for about an hour and a half, so I think you may want to find a seat. And of course, anybody who wants to sit on the floor, I guess you could do that too. All right, thank you very much for being here. This is a very timely forum, coming just a few days after the House of Delegates of the Chicago Teachers Union suspended our 7-day strike. The people who are sitting up here were quite involved in the operation and the support work to the strike, and so I hope that we're able to have a really good discussion from the panelists. I'm sure we will. But also that there will be opportunities for discussion, and that it would be really good for people to think about what are the lessons and how do we move forward from here. I have been a member of the Chicago Teachers Union since 1987, but I've been a member of Solidarity even longer. And Solidarity is a socialist and feminist and anti-racist organization. And we have fraternal and sisterly organizations around the world. And for years, members of Solidarity and our organization as a whole has been working on a variety of issues. These are labor issues, fights against racism, against foreclosures, against evictions, for immigrants' rights, for women's rights, and for struggles for justice everywhere. Most of the panelists at our forum today are not members of Solidarity, but they've been so integral to the fight of the Chicago Teachers Union and building an opposition to this ruling class offensive that I think we're all aware of, that we thought it was really important that we brought these voices together so that they can share their perspectives on this fight. So why is Solidarity having this forum today? Well, we thought that we as a socialist group had something to say about our recent strike and about the fight to defend public education and what the fight to defend public education represents at this moment in Chicago and in the country. We see it from the point of view of the workers, the teachers such as myself, paraprofessionals and clinicians. We see it from the point of view of the students and their families, and from the point of view of whether the ruling class has decided whether they're going to have a future and what kind of a future they're going to have. And we see it in the context of the increasing concentration of wealth in our country in the hands of the 1%. It's not an accident that the mayor of Chicago, who has launched this offensive on teachers as well as on students, is the former chief of staff of the Democratic Party's presidential, of the President of the United States. Why does Mayor Emanuel and why is the Democratic Party launching this offensive? Why has this Democratic mayor decided to declare war not just on teachers but also on students, on black and brown children, and on the whole system of public education? We want to talk today about what that says about the United States today, what it says about our society, and what it says about our city. And we also want to talk about what does this fight back that the Chicago Teachers Union has just launched say about the capacity of working people in alliance with parents and students and many other allies to fight back against this offensive. We're going to talk about whether and how the CTU's fight can be replicated and extended. And so, without further ado, I would like to begin, and I would like to introduce our first panelist, and her name is Jen Johnson. She's a high school teacher. She's been teaching for 10 years at Lincoln Park High School. And she's one of the founding members of CORE, Caucus of Rank and File Educators.